It's time to do some blues, baby. It's blues time. Yeah. Ain't you ready to party? I can't hear you. Well, get in the groove then. We're talking about a reunion now, huh? I do believe we're talking about a reunion. I got a sweet little angel. Love the way she spreads her wings. We talk about the blues also. I said, see, rider, what you have done. Yes, I found my true love, baby. Honey, here come your man, yeah.
Well, I never said take a tonic. I never told you never to take a pill. Yes, but if you take my medicine, woman, you'll always want that pill.
Hey there, Chappie. Lou Chicks. You will last on the road with Ramble with your music recorded. It's a real gone deal that I'm going to wheel, so stand by while I pat your skulls. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way I used to come on when I was one of the first black DJs in the nation on Austin Road with Ramble. In fact, I know you have picked up on Austin's music scene and you thought it started mop just like that in the 60s and 70s, but it started way back. It got its roots on East 11th Street at Johnny Holmes' Victory Grill. In fact, the music scene started in small Texas towns like Cuckabur, Catfish Holler, Steak Town, Bastrop, Taylor, Rockdale.
Two of my main influences were from Texas. One was Lemon Jefferson, Blind Lemon we called. And the other one was the one that sent me crazy, T-Bone Walker. When I heard T-Bone Walker, I've been crazy ever since. I've been wanting to play blues on the guitar. Texas has always had a good, strong beat. A good, strong beat when a lot of the other people did not. Texas is known for a good beat.
Jean and the Rolettes from Huddle. A fine bound frame on the beam and no parts laid. Grove from Kraft Perry. He learned how to belt out the blues from his daddy. Lord and Miss Claudia, he weighs 140 and every pound is solid as a rock.
I'm going down to Summer River. Baby, I'm gonna try to do my time. I'm going down to Summer River. Baby, I'm gonna try to do my time. Yes, I'm gonna do the 3-round down, little girl, just to satisfy my mind. I'm gonna play it one more time. I'm going home, y'all.
Better known as Grey Ghost. He's an inspiration and a blues sensation. He's been pulling the elephant teeth since 1920. He's rougher than the Gulf and twice as tough.
Sitting there sniggling, but I'm mad as I can be. We got 7 children, you know, none of them don't look like me. That's why we can't agree, baby. Yeah, that's why we can't agree. If I don't see you no more, it'll be way too soon for me.
Do tell is T.D. Bell, the main man with the house band. T.D. Bell and the Cadillacs been ruining the roost at the Victory Grill.
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, baby, and the moon is shining bright. I don't think y'all hear me. I better say this again. 3 o'clock in the morning, baby, and the moon is shining bright. Well, if I can't find my woman, I wonder where can she be tonight? Look out, Tary.
Piano man Herbie Bowser. It doesn't matter the weather, you see T.D. Bell and Herbie Bowser together. Got on the stem called straight, or all readers are root, and all rooters are right, the chicks stream mud until the early bright. Johnny Holmes,
7,
Mr. Coo,
1945.
owner of the Victory Grill for 40 years. The man with our with promo power.
So you'll always know the Victory. It was once the ice house, and it is a blues house.
By one trail another, all the cats who could cook any bit came to Austin on East 11th Street at Johnny Holmes' Victory Grill. And there they cooked up a whole lot of trash through the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
11th Street during that time was really blooming, you know. That's where everybody would come. And it was just one of the areas everybody wanted to go to Austin.
But all at once, the music stopped. Styles changed. System changed. Jukebox came into style. 20 years later, though, on the 19th of June, 1987, the holiday for blacks in Texas, Johnny Holmes sent out his clarion call to all the musicians, and here they come, bringing the axe to do some more cooking. So let's put out a hand for this Texas Blues reunion. Let's clap out loud to please the crowd.
Well, you can't take it with you. That's one thing for sure. Well, you can't take it with you. That's one thing for sure. Well, there's nothing in Austin, Texas. Let me tell you that a T-bone shovel can't show. Yeah, tell me a woman shaking like a willow tree. And yeah, the way you move, baby, shaking like a willow tree. While you come to Austin, honey, me and TV will take it. So what? Hey, let's have that. Let's have a natural ball. Yeah, let's have that, baby. Let's have a natural ball. When I feel like booging, baby, you can't have no fun at all. Yeah! Play your guitar, son.
It's too long to tell you how far I came, how far we started back. Dr. Hippocat and myself started together probably, we won't tell our age, 30 years ago. And so you figure it out.
Just like it was in the old days, Johnny Holmes and the Victory Grill brought us all back together.
Now, the Victory Grill, which was once was a little ice house, got his name from close, real friend. He said, well, I'll tell you what to name it. Let's name it Victory Grill. He said, today is VJ Day. He said, we'll just name it Victory Grill. I said, well, okay, Victory Grill. My father was a guitar player at Country Suppers. And he ran those Country Suppers on Saturday nights. I tried, but I just couldn't play. So something said, well, if you can't play, why not try to sell it? This is the way it all started. And so I was in the 7th grade. And if you passed the 7th grade, then you could get ready for your cap and gown. It was in Bastrop, Texas. It's 1933. I thought about Gray Ghost giving him a dance. He had been giving dances down there all the time for somebody else. So I asked him, would he give a dance for me?
I didn't know him well, and he didn't know me well. He just knowed me through the music, what they call me. And I remember.
So he told me he would charge me $3 for the dance that night. And so I had to pick the Dewberries to make his $3 because he wanted guaranteed his $3.
I thought it was fun riding them trains. They didn't bother you about it. It might have been dangerous, but I didn't never think about that. And anywhere I wanted to go, I went by freight train.
I thought he was going to be late. He never would show up through the day. He'd always show up about 10 or 15 minutes before the time to start.
They started telling me about, where'd you come from? We've been looking for you. We met all the train. We met. I said, well, that's all right. I'm here. That's what my word. I said, that's all right. I'm here. Where'd you come from? I said, does that matter? So I'm here to keep my word. And they said I come up out the ground like a ghost. Just disappear the same way you leave. They don't know when I'm gone till I'm gone.
The building is still there in Bastrop now, Cuz Hall.
I'm a lonesome traveler, and I rode on all the trains. I'm trying to find my baby, and my heart is full of pain. Sometimes I said I didn't have to do it. I rode a mini train. I didn't have no whole lot of money, but I had money in my pocket. I could buy my food. I didn't have to just ride because I was broke and hungry. Rode to Texas, Kansas, and Tennessee. Trains. Yes, there's speed, baby, and the stand to be. I'm trying to find my baby. That woman made a poor portion out of me. I like the word in the song. It means so much, you know. Some people don't know that. Some song you sing is true. It's true as days is long. Yes, I'm naked as a jaybird. No shoes on my feet. Broke and hungry. Ain't had a thing to eat. Landlord tell me with the woman I should be through. But I just tell him it ain't nobody's business what I do. Please write me a letter. Tell me you coming home. Yes, I'll be one more happy hobo. And I'll never more wrong.
Later, Johnny Holmes' Victory Grill became the main stem for all the musicians from the neighboring towns.
Good God almighty.
I opened the grill in the back in '48. That's when I got through completed. And so I needed a house band. So the waiter said, Johnny, I heard there's a guy plays just like T-Bone Walker, but he lives in Rockdale.
Well, I was sitting in the cafe then, but I didn't know who he was. I thought maybe he could have been the IRS or somebody. So I didn't answer. And so my mother said, yes, he's here. I said, who may I tell him they want to see him? And he said, well, I'm Johnny Holmes from the Victor Grill in Austin. I was working at Alco Aluminum plant and just had got on. Good job. But I wasn't making too much, about $1 an hour. And so to come up here, I was making $12 a night and working maybe 20 minutes a gig. I came up and so here I am. I'm still here.
I'd like to do this number here. This is the number that brought me to Austin. And this is what made the people know about T-Bone Bell. Well, it wasn't T-Bone Bell, it was T.D. Bell. But after I got here with this number, then they started calling me T-Bone Bell. Don't know, I guarantee told you. Good God, you're mighty. Hush. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got up and was shaking, a little nervous, and after the first couple of numbers, people was applauding and everything, and I got my little act together. And I was getting ready to break down and do me one more number.
Bobby Sock, baby, I've got to let you go.
About that time, I saw Johnny running to the bandstand and put it down, TD, put it down. That's it, no more, don't give him no more. Oh, Johnny, just, no.
Bobby Sock, baby, I've got to let you go.
He had people coming, you know, and he didn't want to wear them out. If I'd get up there and every night and play everything I knew, when they come back, they say, well, he's just playing that same old thing, you know.
You've got a big head full of nothing but stage, screen, and radio.
So I cut down on Bobby Sock, baby, and good gracious, people started getting out of the cab drivers, getting out of the cabs, and the streets was blocked.
Now you treat me like a stranger. You don't have a word to say. I asked if you love me. You said, what was Daddy saying? Yeah, Bobby Sock, baby, I've got to let you go. You've got a big head full of nothing but stage, screen, and radio.
Somebody told us that he was a piano player. You know, we had the bass player, and we had T was a guitar player, and we had one saxophone player. So they said, well, we know where's a piano player, so he's coming over this evening.
He got me to come by there one evening after I got off from work. Well, when you leave a sulfur plant, you smell just like sulfur. I mean, you need a tub quick.
So I looked out there and seen him. He was just getting off from work from a TD plant, just full of sulfur and everything. I said, oh, that guy can't play no piano. I said, but I'll let him try.
And I went in and I ran a few chords. Some, sort of chromatic, run on down.
And he hit 2 or 3 songs, 2 or 3. And I come to find out, I said, this guy can play a piano.
Johnny hired me for a long time, just doing nothing but playing for Victory Grill. And I worked for months and months here. And there's another place down, which was Charlie's Playhouse. And old Charlie had a group that he would always bring in, but it was so many that wouldn't go nowhere but Johnny Holmes. And I played there, and I'm still here playing for Johnny Holmes, as far as that is concerned, and still in the Victory Grill.
came here, I played so much like T-Bone Walker till lots of them called me T-Bone Bell, T.D. Bell, and well, mostly they called me T-Bone Bell until I got my own band, and I don't know, I always did like a Cadillac, so I scuffed around, bought an old raggedy Cadillac, and the thing gave me so much trouble till they started calling me Cadillac Bell, and then they named the group T.D. Bell and the Cadillacs.
The cats came in whaling, hit to the tip and bopped to the top. It's a real gone job, it just wouldn't stop.
I had a Blue Monday every Monday. I had a Blue Monday, started at 12 o'clock and lasted till 12 that night. And then a lot of time we would have a breakfast dance. Even start at 5 in the morning until 10. And the house would be full.
Yes, it was jumping. I'm telling you, you take like, I've seen the times here so many nights, where people, they couldn't get in. They'd be standing on the outside, and in line.
In those days, you was playing all types of songs from Ray Charles, the boogies, the blues. Johnny would always have the weekend. The place was so full, you couldn't come in, but he has that upper deck, stayed full, in and out, and in and out.
When we was having talent show on the weekend, and whoever would win would get a case of beer. So, and the winner would go by the claws of the people, the audience. So every week, this same man would win it. So we said, what's your name? He said, I'm Bobby Bland.
Johnny Holmes didn't only book local musicians, but he booked musicians of national fame. Musicians from the eastern states to the Golden Gate. They came to Johnny Holmes. He booked them all over Texas. And they found in Johnny Holmes a friend and a buddy.
And everything was very plentiful down here then. We had a real good time on 11th Street. Everything was jumping, yeah.
You was real easy to get along. When I knew you, it was easy to get along with it. I mean, sometimes I had money, and you'd say, I said, I don't have no deposit. Well, they come on out there anyway.
Anyway, right, because you've always been straight up with me, and you're one of the first promoters during that area, like the 50s, 60s, and what have you, that we always remember.
Like B.B. King told me, he had never been in the West Texas area, that I was the first somebody that booked him in West Texas.
Oh, yeah, man, all the movies, cowboys and movies and things I'd seen. God, I couldn't wait to get to Texas. I'm from Mississippi. We didn't have cowboys in Mississippi. So then when I met Johnny looked like one of them tall cowboys. Johnny was a good promoter. He was a promoter that knew how to promote. One of those type of promoters that I'm not saying it only because he's sitting next to me now, but he wasn't one of those promoters that would book a date if it wasn't good. When the show was over, you couldn't find him. He'd never been that kind of guy. Always a guy, if he promised you, he paid you. My early influence wasn't only just blues. I like jazz, I like gospel, I like country, I like some of all of it. And when you come to Texas, man, you get a chance to hear good boogie-woogies, good strong beats. And that's those early years. The years we talking about is when I first met Johnny.
Weeks before the big show, the cats got cooking at rehearsal, and they got all charged up and laid a smoke screen. It was so heavy that the kiddies tipped out to see what was happening, like A.J. Maynard from California.
Down here when Tary asked me, he said, you got to come up here and do a number. Well, I didn't know how I was going to turn out because I quit music in 1973, you know, and I didn't know if I was going to sound good with the band or what. Are they going to tell me, hey, dude, get off the bandstand, you sound lousy, you know? Well, I walked off, no big deal.
You know, this is actually our first blues reunion here in Austin, Texas. And I worked with these guys here about 15, 20 years ago here in Austin at Charlie's Playhouse, right here at the Victory Grill. That's where we started, really. This man and I here go back 35 years. Oh my, we won't tell nobody how long.
Musicians came in from all over, not just from Texas. They want the feel of home again. Like Big Pete from Phoenix, Arizona, who flew in on his own just to put down his mad sound.
Like a ship out on a deep blue sea. I'm trying to find my baby. You know, I'm trying to bring that woman home to me. Yeah. My ship came in this morning. My pillow was soaking wet. Yeah, come on, baby. My pillow was soaking wet. Remember all the sweet things you told me, baby. Little girl, I don't want you to forget. Yeah, yeah.
It's like being back home again. Good seeing all the old players and seeing them still kicking and doing good. It was really something to see Grego still around here, 83 years old, still playing keyboards. All these cats played here 25, 30 years ago. They all started right here in the Victory Grill. Then musicians was a family, you know. They looked out for each other. The club owners had to wait for the decision of the musicians, what they wanted to do. They couldn't come in and say, oh, then this is what I'm going to give you. This is what it's going to be. Like, it wasn't like that. The musicians stuck together.
When all of my running up and down the road and found out that T.D. Bell was one of my best friend I ran up on out of all the experience that I had covering the few little states that I covered,
I can kind of relax and feel more better, you know, because Irby and I have played so much together, you know. I don't have to tell him when I'm going to end the number, and he doesn't have to tell me. You know, we just, I guess maybe you'd call it instinct. We already know.
After we had been together and played so long, we knew that we brothers. Where he'd be, I may be. Where I be, he may be. Same thing with the ladies. And so I knew then that I had met somebody that I could depend on.
Thank you.
The cool sounds of T.D. Bell and the Cadillac was inspiration for the next generation of young sensations like Blues Boy Hubbard.
I used to listen to Dr. Hipcat's radio show, and that's how I would keep up with some of the latest things that was on record. When I was young in LaGrange, we put together a group called R.L. Poole and the Skyrockets. And one day we was over in Rockdale, and we used to stay in the back of T.D. Bell's mother's nightclub. T.D. used to have placards in LaGrange that they would bring all the way to LaGrange and say that he was playing in Columbus or something. And that's where I remember that I had saw this guy before playing a guitar. And he came back and he said, hey, little brother, where's your guitar? Because the friend of mine had told him about me, and I was young, trying to learn how to play guitar. So he picked my guitar up and he ran some notes real quick and played some of the prettiest things I'd ever heard on the guitar. And he set it down and walked off, and he got in his Cadillac and drove off. And I never seen him again until I came to Austin. And when I come to Austin, I was in the Air Force, stationed at Bergston. And I used to listen to T.D. Bell And I put a group together in 57, and I had a few guys from Brixton and L.P. Pearson from Austin. And we just started drawing people just right off. And LP was a good choice because, man, did he have a lot of feeling, a lot of soul, and he did a lot of clowning around on the bandstand. In fact, out at Brixton, a lot of guys out there thought that I was the bass player and he was the guitar player because I would just stand up there and play, and LP was moving all over the stage and going on all the time.
Who's my husband in the jazz? Mr. Irving Bassett, Mr. T.D. Bell. Yeah.
W.C. Clark is another upstate cat who came to the reunion, who got his strings from the scene at the Victory Grill.
Do it, son.
Probably the first place that I started hanging out at, even though when I was too young to be there. And my cousin LP was playing bass and singing. And it looked the same way it looked. The bar still the same. Well, one or two of those signs you had hanging up there was still the same. TD was my idol, he still is, because of the way he would dress and how clean he was in his playing and his style. He's still that way. I know he was Johnny Ace's guitar player, and his sweetness, how sweet he is on his guitar, came from that. I think it came from that sound. You know, because Johnny Ace, he played real sweet tunes, you know, like I pleasure my love. I looked at the clock on the wall, and TD had that real beautiful style. He was right there when people like T-Bone Walker, B.B. King, Johnny Guitar Watson, they was right there together, and TD was right involved with all that then when it was really happening. But the amazing thing about the whole trip is he never really knew what he was playing. He just played. You know, he might be still that way. I mean, it's so amazing, it's unbelievable. He makes a chord as he go along. He just make it.
You're gonna wish you'd have kept hold to TD. Ooh, when they say goodbye.
It was not only the Jims and Jeffs who were doing the blues number, but a group of old fake kiddies came to the east side to pick up on the happenings. Like Bill Campbell, this was the beginning of a new blues sound.
There were a lot of guys who were playing. There was always 2 or 3 little bands in the afternoons going on 11th Street, you know, and then at night, you know, so there's always something to do, someplace to go play. I could just walk over there with my guitar and buy a jug of wine and just whatever. You know, I might not make any money, but there's always a place to go sit down and play every day. But all the fun was over there. I didn't care anything but the music. And that was just right. That was it for me. But I'd known that for a long, long time.
The people who grew up here in the 60s, getting to watch these people play through the 60s and 70s, lives have been enriched by many great musicians in Austin.
I would tell him all these stories about these people, and if there had been any way in hell we could have gone and heard them, we'd have been there every night, you know.
And we have so many great players still living and some that have passed. In Austin, of course, everyone's friend, and the great teacher Blues Boy Hubbard, who backed up nearly every great rhythm and blues act that came to Austin in the 50s and the 60s. Big influence on Bill Campbell and Jimmy Vaughn and Stevie and Derek O'Brien. And my favorite, of course, is Ewell Dewitty, the drummer. He's the greatest singer, as great a singer or drummer as I've ever heard.
Something went wrong with me. Say that again. Hey!
The transition in the blues scene from the East 11th to what we did on 6th Street, and starting in 1975, we tried to incorporate the best of both by having Hubbard and the Jets back up people like Percy Sledge and ZZ Hill.
The streets just kind of dried up on the east side. There wasn't any scene anymore. There wasn't anything happening. Everything started closing down, and Playhouse was closed, and Sam's finally, it just all started deteriorating real bad.
We just tried really to incorporate what was going on in Austin in the heydays of Charlie's Playhouse and Sam's Showcase, the Victory Grill, and bring in the Chicago blues and the younger Austin blues players like Jimmy Vaughn, Stevie Vaughn, Bill Campbell.
I missed it a lot. A lot. It was my whole life, and I didn't even realize it till it was gone.
The cats were jumping and jiving. They must have been all right, because they jumped and jived in broad daylight. So here's Dr. Kitty from Mill City to play the piano real pretty.
I'm on my way. Hey, hey, man, believe I'm on my way. All I have to do is keep my chin up, do what the good book say. If anybody asks you who composed this song, anybody asks you compose a song, just tell him Dr. Hipcat been here and the poor boy's gone.
Chris Thomas is one of the new blues generation, right off the Baby Chick farm, ready to share the stage with the masters. On the skins, upstate and Newport's Lake.
Every day down the road. Every day down the road. When you see me working, baby, you hate to lose.
Little Willie Bill is cool as he can be. I'm not stuffing, I'm sure nothing.
That's when the judge started talking to me. Oh, I couldn't sit still in his seat. The judge said I'm gonna be kind of easy on you, Bill. Boy, you better get up here with $155 a week.
Yes, sir.
The blues masters, young and old, got together in a solid stash who had our gig at the chuckle and a big laugh. We got such a charter we decided to do it another again. The Grey Ghosts played in the Windy City like Chicago. T.D. Bell and Irving plays out on the stem. Blues Boy Hubbard and Jose Hargrove, they're out again. We're still getting together, the old and the new. Pick up on us here, knocking the scarf on some good barbecue.
Well, I did beef, brisket.
Good googly woogly. I brought pintos. I brought mutton.
Potato salads, and I don't know what all went on, but anyway, I'm a part of it.
Well, we're having a little get-together here, kind of a celebration for the film crew and the musicians that did the thing for the 19th of June, which is past, and looking forward for doing the one that is coming up is that next month? Good googly woogly. And made my liver quiver.
You know, I've been very fortunate to run upon so many wonderful musicians here, younger musicians, and they're so cooperative.
Oh, there's a certain unity in this group, and here and everywhere, musicians, because you communicate in a rare way.
And at the reunion, that puts us all together again.
We're all in this together. One big family. That's Abba Dabba.
Hey! Let's have a natural ball. Yeah, let's go have that, babe. Let's have a natural ball. When I feel like boogie, baby, you can't have no fun at all.
This is Dr. Hep Kettle of Beta Terrace signing off for the Texas Blues Union. Wishing you a dash of so long, a bit of toodle-doo, a lot of goodbye. So until next time, this is Dr. Hep Kettle of Beta Terrace in the cool of the evening, wishing you a very warm good night.